Okay, we are back. In the last one, we dealt with basically most of what happened at the school. Ryder died. Shinji ran away. We fought Castor. Castor, nothing really bad happened to her. So yeah. Anyways, let's get into it. And the chaotic day comes. Wait, I didn't do a click, huh? Did I do a click? End click. That's just so I can sync up the audio. You know how it is. It's becoming more like a habit now as I trained with Saber until 11 and spent an hour doing my routine in the shed. I get back to my room when the date changes. I hear Saber's breathing from the next room. My heart jumps at that, but I try to calm down as I get into my futon. I close my eyes, shake off any wicked thoughts, and tell myself to go to sleep as fast as I can. Man, I can't sleep that easily. I try to not be conscious of Saber and recall what happened today. The Red School. The boundary field of blood that would have created lots of victims if we hadn't stopped it. That causes my restless mind to stop. The students on the floor of the red classroom. She was desperately bearing all of it. Ryder on the floor and the students that looked like they were dead. Oh, I remember now. At that instant, I figured out the deep part of her. I'll kill you the next time we meet. Because we're enemies, right? She acted as a Magus, but she never crossed the final line. She's firm, strong-willed, and magnificent, but she's outrageously good-natured. That difference must be her burden. How clumsy of her. The more she tries to act as a Magus, the more she kills her true self as Tosaka Rin. Oh wait, I can't be talking about other people. I sigh and pull the blanket over my head. Well, I guess there's something wrong with me, for thinking that I want to be a support for such a perfect girl. 2-7. Interval level 1? What the freak does that mean? It's time for a deep, deep dream. Oh, I was right. I see a dream. I see a memory that I cannot reach through a small connected circuit. For what he did, and for what did he fight, and for what did he keep running? He never told anyone about his motives. Everyone around him saw him as either obstinate or a weird person. And on top of it all, he didn't talk much, so I bet he was thought to be ruthless. His intentions were not known. At the very least, nobody knew about them. He never talked about his intentions, even after he became a hero and was burdened with many things. That's why he appeared suspicious to the people around him. It's because nobody knows his intention. He conveniently saves people in danger, but nobody knows why he is doing what he does. See, it's inevitable that people would be uneasy about him. He should have had a reason. Greed, pride, selfishness, lust, vengeance, or devotion. Simple reasons like those which are easy to understand. If he'd had any one of them, such an end should not have awaited him. His reward for success was always betrayal. The things he picked up sifted through his fingers like grains of sand. He got used to it. He got used to it like an idiot. From the very beginning, his reward was not what he received from the people he saved, but the pure action of saving someone. The repetition of it makes me so mad that I want to punch him, and it also makes me want to cry. The reason he was called a hero. His intentions was never revealed to anyone. Nobody around him knew, and he, the only one who had to know, eventually forgot about it himself. That is why I shed tears in spite of myself. The miracle that in the long, long path between the start and the goal, where what is right or wrong is not definite, he never strayed from his original goal. And the end comes. An excellent savior is only trouble for everyone except the ones he saves. He knew his limits and the vastness of the world. He accepts what can be saved and what cannot be saved. That is why he at least wanted people within his sight to be happy. Many scorned his hypocrisy and his blind idealism. There were more enemies than allies, and he died at their hands. He did at their hands. So this is not a place in this world. This place is the end of him. The illusion that he saw on the verge of his death. The only pride he had within himself. The hero that used this scenery as his weapon falls into his own darkness in the end. The hill of swords that he reached. His battle ends atop this hill, surrounded by rusted steel without a wielder. He is still alone, but he thinks there is nothing to regret if he was able to save everyone that appeared within his sight. And he smiles in satisfaction, lets go of the sword, and crumbles down. That's why he never had any regrets. His objective was already accomplished long ago. From the start, he ran with his utmost effort, not for himself, but for strangers who shouldn't have meant anything to him. I rub my drowsy eyes and get up. It's 5:30, the same time as always. I don't feel sleepy, so I guess I was able to sleep well last night in spite of everything. Man, I guess I'm pretty simple-minded. I grumble while getting out of the futon and change into my uniform. I can hear faint breathing if I strain my ears. I feel Saber's presence on the other side of the sliding door. The instant I wonder what she looks like when she's sleeping, my head blows up. Breakfast! I'll go make breakfast! That's good, that's good. I shake the indecent thought out of my head and go out of my room quietly. The breakfast table. My expectations that it would be a quiet breakfast concerning what happened yesterday. And what do you think the doctor said after that? He said you have an extraordinarily healthy body, so why don't you donate some blood while you're here? Man, I'm a patient too! I'm not going to such a place ever again! Is totally destroyed by Fujini, who is more energetic than usual. In terms of horse racing, this development is the dark horse, but something tells me this might have been the likely outcome. Oh, I want more miso soup. Can you leave the onions out? Alright, so what happened after that? I heard all the students were taken to the hospital. So did they all regain consciousness? Yeah, most people should have recovered yesterday. The ones on the 4th floor, the first years, seemed like they were just sleeping, and some second years lost their memory of the incident. The 3rd years, the ones on the 2nd floor weren't too bad, but the ones on the 1st floor... Fujini looks down as though it's difficult for her to talk about it. I feel bad. Fujini has gone to all the hospitals in this town. She has just seen what kind of condition the students on the 1st floor classrooms were in. I'm sorry, I'll stop talking about this. So the school is starting as usual? Yep, but since the 3rd years can start coming to school voluntarily soon, they said people who are not feeling too well don't need to come to school. I bet most of them won't come today. I see. You know, I just realized that my Fujini voice is basically just kind of like my Rin voice. Just slightly more energetic, and it's hard to put that energy into it when she's like, yeah, and like, you know, everyone in the incident died. And it's like, that just sounds like how I do Rin, you know? Anyways, I see. Then it'll mostly be 1st and 2nd years coming to school today. Isn't Shiro... Oh, is Shiro a 1st or... I mean, not a 1st. He's definitely not a 1st year. Is he a 2nd or a 3rd year? Hey, Fujini. Who in our school is connected with the Ryodo Temple? Wouldn't it be Issei? He's the successor of the temple, right? Yeah, no, forget about what I just asked. I put my bowl down while I look up at the ceiling. The only one connected to the Ryodo Temple at the school is Issei, but it's too soon to decide whether he's a master, and most of all, I don't think he is a master. Then I'm going now. Take care while I'm gone, Saber. You too, Shiro. Even though the boundary field is gone from the school now, you cannot let your guard down as long as Caster's master is there. You only have one more command spell, so please be very careful. Isn't this the time when you should just concede that Saber should go with you? Because if you need her to come to your rescue again, that's it. That's the end. I know. If I find Caster's master, I'll come back and report to you first. Yes, I shall stay here and replenish my magical energy. I guess she would probably need to since she did fight yesterday, I gosh. But then maybe Shiro should be like, actually, I'm too sick to go to school. Granted, I don't think Shiro would ever do that. I shall stay here and replenish my magical energy to meet your expectations. Saber sees me off. It seems Fujini has more things to take care of regarding the incident yesterday, as she went on to the hospital right after breakfast. The school doesn't look any different, even after such an incident. It's 7:30 in the morning, and the school gate is filled with students. The students are talking about what happened yesterday, creating a rather noisy scene. So, in the middle of it all, in front of the school gate is... Oh, Tosaka standing there like an angry devil. I have a bad feeling about this. I have a bad feeling, but I can't sneak past her since she's in the middle of the road. Yo, good morning, Tosaka. You're early today. I stop and greet her. I think Issei's suspicious. Whoa. First thing she says is straight to the point. What do you mean by suspicious? Caster's master. Caster is at the Ryodo Temple, and Issei is coming here from the Ryodo Temple. There has to be a connection here. There's no connection. It might just be a coincidence. I try to defend Issei. That can't be true. Look at the mountain gate to the Ryodo Temple. Has been closed. Look, the mountain gate to the Ryodo Temple has been closed for the past few weeks. No outsider can come in, and Issei's like the only one who came out of there. If he's not suspicious, everyone would be a fair call. Hey now, you say nobody comes out, but don't monks usually stay at the temple? You idiot! How outdated is your knowledge? There's no way monks can live without going to beg nowadays. Wow, that's a big prejudice. If Issei was here, I'm sure the secret feud that lasted for 2 years between them would have been settled right here. But that's not the problem. It's important to protect Issei, but I should worry more about our surroundings. We're at the school gate. Students coming to school are all around us, and they are all paralyzed at the disgraceful behavior of the school idol, Tosaka Rin. What's with those eyes? What are you going to stand up for Issei? What, are you going to stand up for Issei? Fine, if you're going to ignore the obvious, I'll go and solve things myself. But our school idol is the only one who does not realize the situation. Tosaka, come over here. What are you going to run? What, are you going to run away? I won't run away, just come this way. I drag Tosaka by her hand. Hey, Emiya! She can complain later. Just let me get away from here as fast as I can. The morning practice must be cancelled because of yesterday's incident, as the archery range is quiet. Whew. Good. We won't attract attention here. So, the remaining problem is... Tosaka, who's glaring at me silently. I know what you want to say. I know, so don't make a face like that. I don't know what to do if you sulk. I'm not sulking! Ugh. My mind is stunned at the lightning comeback. But I have to deal with her calmly. Issei's life is on the line. Knowing Tosaka, I bet she would do something reckless to test Issei. Don't try to deceive me. Caster's base is at the Ryodo Temple, and Issei is coming to school from the Ryodo Temple. Why are you ignoring that fact? Tosaka yells at me. She's right, but I just don't think it's Issei. What? Do you have any objection? But I'll die before Issei if I give her such an ambiguous answer. But I can't leave Tosaka like this, so I'll have to try to convince her somehow. Alright, you're saying Issei is suspicious, no matter what, right? Right. You might not be able to tell, but the Ryodo Temple is really strange right now. It's true that Caster's base is there, but the distortion is too big, and there's too much being collected. Collected? You mean the magical energy sucked up from the town? No. It's nothing, so don't worry about it. Isn't she, like, absorbing... I don't remember specifically what it is, but she's absorbing something from the men in the town. I think? I don't remember what it was. Oh, that's gonna really bug me if I don't know. Anyways, let's just keep going. Oh, no, it's nothing, so don't worry about it. You're more suspicious than Issei right now, Tosaka, he says in his head. Anyway, he's suspicious because he's coming here every day with a cool face from such a place. Yes, I always thought I needed to give him a kick, so this would be a perfect opportunity. There was definitely a moment there where I thought it was just going to keep going without me clicking the button, and I don't know. My brain's just weird right now. That'd actually be nice. Like, I kind of want to, like, get, like, something so I can just kind of, like, lean back and, like, have it... Well, I guess I could just have it, like... Ah! Yeah, there we go. I literally just... Listen, my mouse is wireless, but I'm used to having a wired mouse my whole life, so I literally just picked up my mouse, and now I'm just kind of, like, vibing with it. I heard that they weren't on friendly terms, but I didn't know it was this bad. Actually, what the hell did Issei do to Tosaka? I'm a bit curious as to what could... Well, considering the way he talks about women... Like, you know, I'm not the first person to point and call incel for any remark, you know? But he specifically the way he talks about Tosaka and the generalizing terms he makes doesn't paint him in a pretty light. What the hell did Issei do to Tosaka? I'm a bit curious as to what could cause Tosaka to be so drastic. No, now's not the time for that. Yeah, I agree that Issei's position is a suspicious one. Of course you would be guilty too if you keep on defending him. I'm so bad at reading today. Yeah, so leave Issei's case to me. I'll find out if he's a master or not. Whoa. It looks like she doesn't believe me at all. Trust me, I won't hold back on Issei just because he's my friend. Nor will I lie to you. First of all, this is all needless worry. There's no way Issei would do something so evil. Well, that's the thing. Does it matter if he would do something so evil considering you just talked about yesterday how he could be being controlled? I don't think that's a good point to make, Shiro. The silent pressure continues. I bet Tosaka's worried that I might go easy on because he's my friend. Her doubt is only natural, so I just have to endure it. I have to get her to believe in me. Gosh, my voice cannot handle recording Fate anymore. I took way too long of a break. Like, normally, before, I could usually, like, record, like, 6 to 12 episodes in a weekend, and my voice would be pretty okay. We're not even through, like, episode, like, what is this? Is this 10? And my voice is already like, please, kill me. Kill me. Alright, I'll leave Issei's case to you. Tosaka. I sigh with relief. Also, that's not the 10th episode I've recorded today. I recorded 6 yesterday, and this is the 10th, then this is the 4th I recorded today. But how will you figure it out? Do you know how to identify a master? Huh? Tosaka asks about the fundamental deficiency in this proposal. Well... Oh, don't tell me you're going to go up to him and ask, hey, Issei, are you a master? Even though we're cooperating, I will settle my case with you right here, if you're going to do such a stupid thing. She's mad. She's really mad. Hold on, it's alright. I have a way to figure out if he's a master or not without asking him. I'll settle this case today, so please don't do anything. I'll contact you once I figure it out. You're right. Cooperating is like this, after all. She starts walking away with a gesture that obviously tells me she's not content. I'll trust you, but don't do anything too stupid. If Issei is a master, doing anything stupid would only result in death. Saying so, Tosaka goes back to the school building. I see her off. Huh. Could that be... I realize that she might have been worried about me. Okay, and with that being said, I guess we'll interrogate wink wink Issei in the next one. So with that being said, I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye! Into it. Okay, let me get some water. I shouldn't have started it, but I did. And now I'm drinking some water because my throat is still a little... That's the good stuff right there. Anyways, yeah, in the last one, we went to interrogate Issei, so that's what we're about to do. It's lunchtime, so I need to move one of these headphones off my ear. I do that so I can actually listen to myself better. It's lunchtime, so I go to the student council room. Excuse me. I call out and open the door. Oh gosh, it's been so long since he's existed. What's his voice? Oh, you're going to eat lunch here today, Emiya? Issei is eating lunch by himself inside. Good, this is convenient. How is it? How did yesterday's incident turn out? I sit down at the table and start talking casually. It's still unexplained. They are saying something about there being chemicals in the empty classrooms on the first floor. That's the reason they came up with That's the reason they came up with after searching through the school all night. He must be unhappy, and he starts biting on a tough-looking carrot. But you were lucky. You skipped school after lunch and managed to avoid the disaster. Yes, I guess you were rewarded for your good... Doing this voice is making it very hard. I don't know why. Yes, I guess you were rewarded for your good daily conduct. He now sips on his tea happily. Man, this isn't the right atmosphere to interrogate him, so I'll wait and see for a while. Huh? Suddenly I notice the lunch break will be over in 5 minutes. What's wrong, Emiya? Did you come up with something? No, but I remembered something. This isn't the time to be leisurely eating lunch. I quickly wrap up my lunchbox and turn to Issei. I have a bad feeling about this. Please do not ask me for money. I don't have any, even if you want to borrow some. I get up from my chair. I don't have time. I take a deep breath. Issei, don't ask questions and just take your top off. I clearly state what needs to be done. What? I told you to take your uniform off. Take your shirt off as well. It's not any good unless you're naked. What are you asking for? Are you insane? Is it a new way to question me? No. Do I have to do this now? Yep, this is urgent. Just take off your top. It'll be too late when school ends. I attack Issei. Whoa, stop it, you fool! Are you really from a family of warriors? Alright. To summarize, I didn't find a command spell on Issei's body. I checked thoroughly, but I didn't find anything like a command spell. Good, this is really good. I nod to myself. What's so good? What's with you doing all of this for nothing? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Issei. I can't tell you what's going on, but I needed to check something. It's done with now, so there's no longer any problem. I bow and apologize. Okay, if you think you have done something bad, it is natural for you to apologize. Issei goes silent with a serious face. But now the search has come back to square one. If Issei's the one at the Ryoto Temple is innocent, there's nobody else here that might be Caster's master. Hey, Issei, is there something strange going on at the temple? What do you mean by something strange? I don't know, but is there anything that's different? Let's see, if you mean recently, there is an unfamiliar woman, but that's about it. My father and brother are as always. Issei says so naturally. There's an unfamiliar woman. Could that be Caster? Well, I'm sure she could pretend to be human without a problem. Or that be Caster's master? Maybe I should ask Issei about it. Beep. No, I'll ask him. I guess I'll ask him about it. She's not one to reveal herself to the ones living at the temple, but I might be able to get some clues. Issei, can you tell me about this unfamiliar woman? Is she from a foreign country, or is her face covered with something like a turban? What is that? We would kick out such a strange person. One of the things Cheryl brought up as a possibility is that she's foreign. Okay. I don't know why you're asking, but she is a legitimate guest. My brother's happy that she might be an evil woman, but I strangely like her. My brother's happy that she might be an evil woman? Okay, but I strangely like her. I've only talked to her once, but she is a good person, even if she may look evil. Oh, wow. So asking the question was worth it. Seeing how you're praising a woman, did you fall in love with her? Don't say such a stupid thing, you fool! I admire a part of her, that she doesn't notice herself. First of all, I cannot fall in love with the lover of the one I respect as my older brother, Suichiro. Issei suddenly stops and lowers his head. Ah. I don't know if he felt dizzy or what, but Issei falls on the table and does not move. What's wrong, Issei? Is it anemia or something? No, it's not that. No, it's not that I feel bad. He raises himself real fast. I laugh thinking that he is acting like a coiled doll. Oh. Issei? I look at Issei without looking at my slashed stomach. You fell for my trap. The order I implanted into this human functions only when he meets someone who inquires about me. I hear someone else's voice from Issei's mouth. When I realize that voice is of the servant I met at the Ryoto Temple. I do not need this doll anymore. The knife in Issei's hand is stabbed into Issei's neck. My mind fades from too much blood loss. The wound reaching my organs is not causing my consciousness to fade. My brain that wants to deny the scene in front of me freezes any consciousness. Issei falls down before me, not knowing what went on. I collapse onto the floor from my knees. I do not hold my wound, and I blankly stare at my friend who is now a corpse. Oh, that was the fastest bad end. Okay. Tiger Dojo, yada yada yada. Ah, how do I do this from my new position? Yes, Tiger Dojo, thank you. Rah. Yay! Gaiex bomb? What? Ragnarok. What is happening? What the freak is happening, dude? Well, it only takes a second to be careful, but the injury could last a lifetime. How is this dead end that teaches you? Wait, how was this dead end that teaches you it's not good to ask just anyone? Osu, it was just an irrational and sudden death. This is exactly what I expect from fate, and it is surely splendid. Yes, but we cannot forget about the sacrifices. Let us give Ryodo-kun a 3-second silent prayer. Osu, the 3-second part is great, master. Why was it these two picked as I get Taiga, but why Ilya with her? So, Ilya, what is going on with the people at the Ryodo Temple? They have this artificial command spell put in them. They become this thing that executes this one command when they find someone that breaks one of the 3 rules Caster established. She's good at making things. If she ever captures Shiro, I bet she'll turn him into a formal tool just to support her magic. Evil! I acknowledge Caster as evil. As a teacher, I cannot forgive anyone that would use others as they wish. I don't know about calling her evil just because of that. It's true that Caster is weak, sly, and cowardly, but she's not truly bad on the inside. Alright. Why are you sticking up for such a witch? Do you have something in mind? Huh? No. I just want to say it's not bad to bind someone with magic. Oh, that is Ilya's perspective, of course. Oh, I remember. You've done worse to Shiro. Damn, you found out. Oh, I can't be that Shinai for some reason. It's only natural. No magic is allowed in this dojo. You have to bring in a wild lion or a modern weapon to beat me. Have you repented for your actions? Yes. I won't do anything bad again. Yes, that's a good girl. The boy's wish is granted as well. Rejoice, Shiro. Ilya is nicer in this route. Fine, fine. So I just have to stay quiet in this route, right? Well, it's not smart always to be going on a rampage. I can help Shiro in this route and take one of the others, then take one of the other heroines. What? I can help Shiro in this route and take one of the other heroines. Okay. What? You have to put that much thought into this? Lolly Baruma isn't good enough, so you're taking on such a great role in the main storyline? What is happening? Ilya, she's a scary child. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, let's not ask him. It'll be pointless, so I guess I just won't ask. No, it'll be dangerous to talk about this. Issei is living at the Ryodo Temple. If he gets suspicious of this strange woman, Issei might get curious and do something. And if that woman happens to be a master, Issei would be in danger. This is it for today. I'll call it good since I found out Issei is unrelated to the Holy Grail War. Oh, by the way, Emiya, Shinji's sister wasn't at school today. Huh? Sakura's not at school? Shinji was absent as well. They were both absent without notice today, so the teachers are wondering if something happened at their house or not. I'm at a loss for words, being confronted with a problem I'd forgotten. Oh, lunch break is over. Let's go back to the classroom. Issei pushes me out of the student council room. All the while, thoughts of Sakura's absence and what Shinji may have done after losing Rider twirl around in my head. Yeah, yeah, they probably should. Interlude 8-1. Oh? It is a sound like hitting steel. Oh, please don't be Kirei. His voice is also so deep. He arrives at the place breathing heavily. His footsteps are loud and the rhythm is unsettled. He leaves the door open and staggers forward, as if pulled by his falling body. He looks around. The church is empty with the morning service already over. The only light is the sunlight coming in from overhead. The silence creates a solemn atmosphere, and the stopped space creates a clear silence. He is like a heresy in it all. No, that is not accurate. To say he arrived is not correct. His ragged breath, his unfocused eyes, his shaking limbs are like those of someone running away. He has come here to find shelter. Now everything makes sense. His desperation is like that of prey being chased by a hound. It has been 6 days since the war started. You are the first one to come here. He strains his body as that's about to fall onto the ground. When did he appear? He looks with bloodshot eyes at the priest before the altar and says something. The priest frowns. He did not completely understand the boy, but it seems he is asking for help. He wants protection. A master that has lost his servant may ask for protection under the condition that he withdraw from the war. The place of retreat, the last sanctuary, is this church, and the master of this place is the priest called Kotamine Kirei. Then Then you will withdraw from the war boy. Then you will withdraw from the war boy. The boy reacts like fire to the quiet voice. Of course! Are you telling me to die? I can't kill anyone without a servant, so I don't want to be a master. I'm a normal person. I'm a victim, right? It's unfair for anyone to kill someone like me. The priest does not answer and only looks at the intruder, as if to peer within his skin, bones, and meat. What, do you have a problem? No, you are the first to withdraw this time, and you are the first user of this church since it was built. I shall treat you properly in the stead of my father who started this place. Huh? What? I'm the only one who retired? Damn, this is shameful. I don't know what my grandfather will say if he finds out about this. Man, this is all you guys' fault. This is all your guys' fault. It's so unfair that I got a piece of shit like Ryder. He strikes the ground in rage. The sound of the punch echoes like a bell, and the priest smiles with great interest. So, Ryder was useless? Right. Man, she was only useful as a woman. Damn, she died so easily though. I did so much for her. Another servant would have been so much more useful. Oh, but I did well. I did as my grandfather told me, and everything was set. But they all got in my way. It was 2 against 1. There was no way I could have won in a situation like that. Yeah, it wasn't my fault that I lost. It's just the difference in quality of our servants. But they were so elated with their victory. And he crawls on the ground. He hits the floor, grieves his misfortune, and reflects his obstacles. But his resentful voice disappears quickly. Hatred of his level cannot break the silence in this church. Damn, 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 damn! He repeats his agony. In the midst of it all, tap. The priest's footsteps echo throughout the room as if to break the frozen air. The priest slowly puts his hands on the boy's shoulders. So, this means you still have the will to fight. He looks down at the loser and says so with a kind voice. Huh? He cannot understand the priest's words. The priest in black has a friendly smile on his face. You are very fortunate. There is a servant who is available right now. The priest offers a new salvation, as if suppressing his joy. Okay. Anyways, that is a good place to end the episode. So with that being said, I will see all of you in the next one. Bye-bye. Alright, we are back. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, so let's just jump into it. School's over. It must be because of what happened yesterday. The students are not allowed to stay at school for any reason. There's still time until the sun sets. Oh, shoot. I would love to check on Sakura, but I'm pretty sure I'll die. And I should probably report to Rin, or she might do something to Issei. But I also feel like I've been ignoring Saber a little bit, and by that I mean the one other decision, and I'm worried if I ignore her too much, she might not like me. And it could also be a bad end to go there, because someone could come attack me. Excuse me, I had a little burp. I kind of want to it's these two. I would love to go check on Sakura, but I'm pretty sure I'll die. That is the only reason I'm not doing this one. Shoot. No, this hurts me physically. Okay, I already gave Saber a whole route, you know? I'll contact Tosaka. Yeah, I have to go tell Tosaka that Issei is innocent before she attacks him. I should hurry. I'll go get my violent partner before her relationships with Issei become a terrible one. Huh? Tosaka already went home. Then I'm knocked out after returning to class 2A, after I've searched all over the place. Man, she was sorry to do something, but she went home already? This is getting stupid. I can't contact Tosaka over the phone after I get home. Oh, I can. I said can't. That's the opposite of what he said. I check the student directory as soon as I get home and call Tosaka. Ring, 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 ring. She picks up after a dozen of the rings, and right when I was about to give up. This is Tosaka. The voice is definitely Tosaka's. Hello, this is Emiya. Do you have time right now? Huh? What are you playing around for? Huh? No way, is this for real? Wait, wait, was she about to say Archer? What? Okay. Hey now, I don't have enough free time to be playing pranks on you. Oh no, sorry, I was just surprised. So what's going on? It's surprising for you to call me. It's about Issei. We promised this morning to get this cleared up today, right? To tell you the result, Issei wasn't a master. I'm sure of it since he didn't have a command spell. Really? I'm surprised you really did check it out today. But Issei's innocent, huh? Well, we're out of suspects, but I guess that's good as well. I don't know if she's relieved or disappointed. I can't grasp her reaction too well over the phone. Well, thanks for your work. We'll think about what to do about the search tomorrow. So is that all the business you have? Then I'll be hanging up. I don't have any more business. But there's something I'm curious about. Tosaka, you seemed to be surprised earlier, but did something happen over there? I can feel Tosaka's bewilderment over the phone. After a brief silence, no, I was just surprised because your voice sounded different over the phone. She answers in a cold voice and hangs up. Just hangs up like that? What a jerk. You know what? Screw it. I should have gone and got Saber's meal. There's part of me that wants to go back, because Saber wouldn't treat me like that. Dinner... I say, as not knowing what's happening on the other end of Reen's phone. Dinner ends before I realize it. I came home, trained with Saber in the dojo, then Fujini came home and I made dinner. We ate it together and now it's already past 8. Could you be a famous swordsman in your country? Blah, my brain just completely blanked. Could you be a famous swordsman in your country, Saber? Shiro's been like a different person ever since you started teaching him. I am surprised about that as well, but it seems Shiro has a different teacher, so it's not my doing. We're drinking the after-meal tea now. It's good that Fujini and Saber are getting along. I don't want to interrupt, so I'll quietly drink tea and rest my body that is tired from training with Saber. He has 2 teachers? Does that mean he's cheating on you? Yes. It seems he is not conscious of it, but I have decided to tolerate it since the result is good. Shiro should learn techniques that are suited for him. His body is already fit, so all that is left is to learn how to move his body properly. Oh, exactly, Saber. Shiro's been training all this time, so his body is really fit. It's just that he wasn't motivated until now. Training his body. I see. I'm sure he would have trained his body having a dojo like that. Additionally, he had an opponent like you, so it's impossible for him to have no talent. She nods emotionally and takes a sip of tea. Then... No, it's been a long time since we last did kendo in there. That place wasn't used for kendo before you came. Fujini corrects Saber while biting on a rice cracker. It was not? Did you not use the shinai at the dojo, Shiro? Saber looks at me with surprise. Huh? Well, no, I haven't used it since my father died. Yeah, Shiro was fighting Kiritsugu-san any chance he got, but he stopped using the shinai after Kiritsugu died. I'm so sad. Munch munch. Fujimaru Tiger nibbles on the rice cracker while resting her head on the table. I have a bad feeling about this. When Fujini acts like this, the conversation always goes to... Man, I wonder why. He was such a kendo boy back then, but he's just a bum now. I can't say he had talent for swords, but he was pretty good in archery. But he quit, you know? As I thought, Fujini, stop talking about the past. That's just really negative. I glare at her. Fujini sulks and eats the rice crackers. Whew. It seems she's done now. Oh, Shiro's childhood, huh? So why did you have to bring the conversation back up again, Saber? What, do you want to hear about it? Yes, I am curious. Was that supposed to be like her eye having a glint in like animes and whatnot? I mean, I guess it works. Alright, then I shall tell you about him. The morale of Fujimaru Tiger's army goes up due to the reinforcements brought in by Saber. I guess it can't be helped. I don't want to interrupt, so I guess I'll drink my tea silently. I'll carry out my original intention of resting my body. He's really twisted now, but he was really cute when he was a kid. He never doubted anyone, and he would do everything you asked him to do. I see. But he had a stubborn side to him, and he rarely changed his mind once he decided on something. I guess he was the complete opposite of Kiritsugu in that regard. So, Kiritsugu is the opposite of Shiro. Yep, Kiritsugu was the kind that accepted everything. He thought that good and evil were different for each person. He took life real casually. But he would try to do something about it every time he saw someone in trouble, and Shiro was always trying to imitate Kiritsugu. Shiro was more particular than Kiritsugu, so he went and beat up the bullies, saying bad things are bad. Yeah, Shiro's been trying to be a superhero since then. Fujini happily talks about boring things. And besides, Fujini, why do you want to try to be a superhero? Saber asks me a natural question. Well, it's hard to explain. I guess it's because I admire them. Admire? You admire superheroes? I guess so. It's embarrassing if she says superhero outright. Why is that? Well, I realize at that moment, there's no reason. Emiya Shiro's admired superheroes since he was a child. I kept on running so that I could be of help to people, so that I could help people who were sad. That does not change even now, but the reason behind it, why did I try to be of help to people? I'll make your dream. That's the answer. That was the end of the person that meant everything to me. He died peacefully because of a simple statement I made. I wanted to protect that trust he had in me, even after he died, so that he would be able to rest in peace. But is that really the right reason? Shiro? I hear my name and get a hold of myself. Oh, sorry, I'm going to my room now. Driven by an unknown uneasiness, I get up. I leave the living room, as if running away from something. No, not as if. I did run away. It was a natural question, but I was scared something might be revealed as Saber stared at me like that. Why? What am I scared of? An uneasiness that I did not understand myself. A shapeless fear, an attacking nausea. I hurried to my room, bearing the headache. Fujini went home, saying that she had work to do tonight. Saber is sleeping in the next room like yesterday. I can't sleep tonight either, so I stare into the darkness. It's not that I can't sleep because I'm conscious of Saber. Why do you try to be a superhero? It's because of those words. That question is still in my brain. She asked me why, and I answered because I admire them. It's obvious why I ran away right then. Because if she had asked me why I admire them, I wouldn't be able to come up with an answer. No, I have an answer, because I'm unconsciously restraining myself from ever saying it. The reason to be a superhero. Why ask that now? I was just desperate to be like Kiritsugu when I was a child. I admired superheroes because there was an ideal I could not make come true. That should be the cause. The true form of the ideal. I have no I have the true form of the ideal I have no, the ideal I've had since 10 years ago. I glare into the sky, thinking that if I could save someone, it would be a lie unless I save everything. But which one is the lie? The ideal called a superhero that I've admired? The older I get, the more Amiya Shiro strays from the ideal. The ignorant child that did not know of limits has learned of limits through knowledge. What cannot be saved cannot be saved. A miracle is something too big for humans. But I believe I could be like Kiritsugu when I grew older. But all I obtained was the wisdom to conclude that an ideal is just an ideal. All I can do is remedial measures. Even though I've been attacked with the fact that it's meaningless, I've continued to do whatever I could, thinking that it's good enough for one person to be saved by my actions. Even though my objective is to save as many lives as I can, I've lost a lot of things on the way, but I continued so that I wouldn't lose. Even if I'm battered by reality, I can keep standing if I don't accept the loss, even if I'm only bluffing. That ideal, the ideal not to hurt anyone, is beautiful. I'll make your dream. Yes, I just thought that. If nobody was going to do it, I would inherit his dream myself. That's why I must become a superhero. I have to succeed Kiritsugu and protect what he admired. If I can create no victims, and if everyone can keep living peacefully, how would it go? How good would it? Such a thing does not exist anywhere in this world. Shut up, you never know until you try. I desperately reject the words that come to my mind. He told me to drown in my ideals and die. Those words are ominous, as if correctly predicting M. Yashiro's end. It was spooky. Unlimited Blade Works. My dear stray dead. Huh, neat. Anyways, I think that's a good place to end this one. So I will see all of you lovely people in the next one. Bye-bye. Full screen. Okay, we are back with some more Fate. Then the last one, what actually happened in the last one? It's kind of just like a lot of not like wrap up, but more like in between kind of stuff, you know? What the freak happened in the last session? I don't remember. Like I have vague memories, but it's not concrete. Anyways, let's keep going. And I see his dream. The memory of the man who was set up as a hero. A story of a knight who was understood by no one. It was a simple story. In short, there was something wrong with him. He had some power and he had some ambition, but he used his powers at the wrong places from the beginning to the end, and he died. It's only natural. Power exists to grant your own wishes. Compassion does no good for others. Kirei says so often, but everything is balanced because everything you do comes back at you. One gets energy because actions circle around to create more energy, but not having that means never being replenished. For example, if one lives for others and not oneself, I'm sure one would run out of power right away. If there were such a thing as disposable money, that's what it would be like. I'd be used by strangers, and it'd only disappear after it's used. It's easy to take advantage of it, and that it'd be used is already given, and that's why in the end, he saw many betrayals and his life was ended by someone he saved. It just makes me mad. I want to question him why. He worked hard, put in great effort even though he's an ordinary human being, and he managed a miracle with his own blood. His compensation was betrayal and death. It's not even a joke, but he died satisfied. I have no intention of commenting on someone's life, but I can never accept that one thing. That's my impression of the dream I've seen a few times now. I usually wake up here, but it seems the dream continues today. Oh, he is standing in hell. It is a scene of some natural disaster, not the result of human conflict. Let me make a contract. I shall give you my life after my death. I would like the compensation now. He weaves the words of contract. After that, he changed as though possessed by something, and saved people who could not normally be saved. Oh, so this must be how he became a heroic spirit. Seeing it this way, it's nothing much. I bet the people he saved were not even in the hundreds. He cannot even be called a hero with such a number, nor would he be promoted to a heroic spirit. But the number isn't important. The qualifications of a hero, one who surpasses humans, is to be able to save those who are fated to die. It is an alternation of fate. It does not matter if he does not have the power as a hero, as long as he has averted a disaster that could not be changed, however small in scope. No. The world would obtain a heroic spirit in compensation for the miracle. He became a hero and saved those that could not have been saved. As a result, he became a heroic spirit after he died, and he is now repeating what he was doing before he died. Being a servant. I guess compensation for a miracle has become a convenient disposable tool that will fight for others even after one dies. Heroic spirits. Superior spirits chosen from amongst humans, the guardians of humanity. But they are not ones with free will like the servants. Heroic spirits are guardians of humanity. Guardians do not have a free will, and they are treated as powers. They are called forth to protect the world only when a factor appears that could destroy it. They are weapons that destroy these factors. The servant system is a summoning ritual that takes advantage of these guardians. The guardians are summoned into every age, eliminate the offending factor, and then disappear from this world. I would hate to be like that, but he must have been prepared to take on that role. No, he might have even wished for it. That it would be perfect if he could save people even after he died. Even though he did not have the power to save them, when he was alive, he must have believed he could avert every tragedy if he became a heroic spirit. With that in mind, he made a contract with the world to give up his body after his death, and he saved 100 people. Believing that, he would be able to save tens of thousands of people afterwards. How stupid of him. It cannot be, because for a heroic spirit to be called upon, the place would already have to be a place of death. Heroic spirits are summoned only into hell. They appear only when the world is about to be destroyed by people. Humans are the ones that will perish from their own doings. So the process of destruction must always be the same. Oh. Jealousy, hatred, selfishness, desire. The man who loved people and tried to be of help to them was shown the same ugliness even after he died. He was called into such scenes and served his responsibility as a guardian. He killed. He killed and killed and killed and killed. He killed everyone that was around him when he was summoned to save humanity as a whole. I don't know how many times he repeated that, nor do I know how many times he will have to repeat it in the future. So there's only one thing I can say. He has been betrayed by many things, but in the end, he was betrayed by the only thing he believed in, his ideal. Well, that was depressing. Oh, that was from Reen's perspective? Nani? When I wake up, that's all I can say. My body feels tired and I can't move at all. My mind is the only clear thing and I blankly stare at the ceiling. I knew it. So that's his memory, huh? I thought that was Shiro having those dreams. I sigh and stare at the ceiling. This is hard. He could have told me that I might get a glimpse of his memory when I'm asleep because masters and servants are connected. If he had told me, I could have cut my consciousness so that I wouldn't see such a thing. Is that a thing that magicians can do, or is that like supposed to be like something that like everyone can do? She just said it so casually that I'm not entirely sure. I'll get up. There are lots of things I have to do today. I get up. My body is heavy and my eyelids are heavier than steel. I curse how I'm not a morning person and start changing into my uniform slowly. But, well, I don't know if this is as I expected or not, but he used to be a hot-blooded man. I don't know what hero he is, but it seems he was more honest before. Well, I guess it's natural to have a twisted personality if he led such a life, and ended up like he has, even after he died. I laugh it off. My face in the mirror looks serious and about to cry, but I decide to laugh, because I have to do so or I won't be able to face Archer normally. That's really depressing. I get ready and drink the freshly brewed tea in the living room. I don't usually eat breakfast, so it's pretty quick. I have 15 minutes until I have to get going. This cup of tea is like a ritual I perform every morning to wake my half-asleep body. Reen, how long are you going to be playing around for? But there's one fool that cannot read his master's mind. I'm going to relax until 7:30. I'll be late if I stay here longer than that. I'm not talking about school, I'm talking about the Holy Grail War. It is not bad to cooperate with other masters, but in your case, the partner you chose is too weak. Jeez. That again? Archer tells me to cut my ties with Emiya Shiro every chance he gets. I told you, I have no intention of doing so. You say so, but I think he's rather suitable. It's true that he's not much help in battle, but he's perfect as an ally. I think he would never betray me. Trust is usually established through tactics. I cannot trust someone without a reason. Look, he is not someone that will stay and win. If you were to choose an ally, Caster's master is a smarter person. Don't kid me, Archer. Are you telling me to stoop so low? I put my teacup down and stare at Archer. Even if it may be sarcasm, I can ignore what he just said. The air freezes. I'm seriously pissed and Archer has no intention of backing down. We stare at each other for a while. It is true that Caster is a heretic, but she is indeed like a Magus. In that regard, you are not fit for fighting. If you are a Magus, you should put results over your wishes. It's useless being cynical. I won't change my policy. It's useless. I almost started reading his lines again. Man, what is wrong with you? You've gone strange since you got to know Emiya Shiro. Where did that rationality of yours go? I realize that without having you tell me, but it can't be helped. Well, I can't help it. He doesn't have anything, even though he's a Magus, and is dangerously single-minded. It's unproductive to scheme against such a guy. And he's, Reen, what's wrong? Did you finally realize your own foolishness? Yeah, there is something wrong with me. But Archer, this is all because you showed me unnecessary things. What? No, forget about it. You're my servant, so I'm only going to do what I believe is right. I'm not as loose as Emiya Shiro, but I do have some things I can't give up. I won't give them up no matter who's telling me so. I say so with anger, and that makes me realize I don't feel any sympathy, even after learning his past. I'm just mad at him. Where's your reply, Archer? I take it out on Archer and glare at him. The knight in red makes his usual gesture. I guess it can't be helped. It is the role of the servant to support his master when the master is not doing well. I shall look after you until you return to your usual state. Self. Same thing. And he answers with a reply that's neither a yes nor a no. Huh. I wake up. I feel heavy like there's lead inside my head. What is this? I haven't been waking up very recently. Wasn't it like 2 days ago that, like, we were talking about how well we've been waking up recently? Is it because I have a lot to think about, or because I'm okay, so he is seeing them too. I'm seeing a strange dream. Even though I usually don't see dreams, I think I've been seeing something like a dream recently. Well, they were beautiful swords. I see images of swords in my dreams. In them, his short sword comes up pretty often. Damn, yeah, I like them, so what? I curse the person that's not here and get up from my futon. It's before 6 in the morning. I can't be affected by strange dreams. I have to go make breakfast. Saber sees me off as I leave the house. I'm getting used to this lifestyle as the morning passes by smoothly. I don't see Tosaka at the gate. Since the only suspect we had was Issei, turned out to be innocent, I bet she's busy running around gathering information. Wait, it's not someone else's business. I have to investigate as well. But how will I do that? I guess Tosaka's investigating the people at school, so I guess I'll investigate the building? Whatever that means. Well, life's not convenient enough to let me notice anything I haven't noticed before. I searched the school using all the breaks I had in the first half of lunch break, but I wasn't able to find anything strange. I don't know what you're up to, but good job on your work. He must be done eating already, as he greets me while reading an old poetry book. Thanks. I'm getting some tea since I'll be eating here. Oh, where's the teapot? Oh, it's here. We only have kelp tea, but is that alright? What? Then I'll just take water. I can't take the muddled feeling of that tea. I see, then I shall go get some green tea from the teacher's office tomorrow. I leave the laughing Issei to himself, pour some water into my cup, and sit down at the table. Itadakimasu! I clap my hands together and open my lunchbox. At the same time, someone knocks on the door. Huh? There's someone at the door, Issei. At this time? Issei slowly goes to the door. The visitor is Kuzuki, the one in charge of the student council. I see Kuzuki-sensei a lot here, but I bet it's Emiya is in the student council room a lot from his point of view. I silently eat my chicken-sprinkled lunch. There must not be anything important today, as Issei and Kuzuki-sensei are just chatting. Munch, munch, munch. Sensei, it's almost time. I see. Sorry to take your time. I think you know without having it said, but do not forget to lock this place up and make sure you leave school on time. Yes, I know. Kuzuki-sensei leaves and Issei comes back in a good mood. Wow, I just saw something rare. It's really rare to see Kuzuki-sensei chatting about meaningless things with a student. And with that shy Issei. Oh, they might get along since they're both stubborn, but it's still strange. Hey, Issei. What, Emiya? I've been wondering for a while, but are you in good terms with Kuzuki? Oh, he's surprised. No, it's fine if you don't want to answer. I just thought that was the case, so don't worry about it. Oh no, I just realized I haven't told you about it. It is only natural that we're getting along. Kuzuki-sensei is like a brother to me. Huh? Kuzuki-sensei is like Issei's brother? Hold on, what does that mean? I'm telling you that he's like my older brother. Suichiro, Kuzuki-sensei has been staying over at my place for about 3 years. He is a naive person, as you can see, but he has a sincere heart. He is living under the same roof as me, and he is someone I can respect as a person. It is only natural for me to respect him as my older brother. Kuzuki lives at the Ryoto Temple? Feels like I got hit in the head with a hammer, but I act calm and ask Issei to continue. Oh yeah, you mentioned something about an unfamiliar woman at your place, right? Does Kuzuki know about her? She's more than that, as she is his fiancée. We are letting her borrow a room until they hold their wedding celebration. A second shock. Issei, you wouldn't call her an unfamiliar woman in that case, right? I try my hardest to object with a dizzy head. An unfamiliar woman is an unfamiliar woman, even if she may be Kuzuki-sensei's fiancée. That is all I can say about her, as I don't even know her name. Issei stops the conversation, as if saying he's angry. Anyways, this is something I can't ignore. Kuzuki Suichiro is coming from the Ryoto Temple, and there was a woman that is said to be at the Ryoto Temple. I hear Kuzuki-sensei's fiancé showed up about a month ago. If that's Castor, all of our answers are right there. Ooh. I mean, I already knew all of this, but ooh. But that is a pretty solid place to end. So, that's what I'll do. So I will see all y'alls in the next one. Bye-bye. Okay, we are back. We found a lead in Casters, Masters, and I think we just told Reen about it. So, yeah. So that's what I heard. In the classroom after school, we don't even have 10 more minutes until we have to go home, but I tell Tosaka about Kuzuki-sensei. What do you think? Considering Issei's case, I don't think he would suspect him just because he's from the Ryoto Temple. Kuzuki-sensei, huh? He's not even a Magus to start with, disregarding the fact that he doesn't have the presence of a master. I don't know if she's listening to me, as Tosaka is frowning to herself. He's not a Magus? That's good. I guess we can count him out in that case. Why? Someone as suspicious as him has to be a master. Someone as suspicious as him has to be a master. Well, I'm starting to get used to this, but I still can't keep up with Tosaka's thought process. We'll ambush him tonight. I'll try pulling some strings so that they'll have to stay in the night shift, so you be ready too. Hey, hold on, we can't do that. Get him on the night shift? Are you saying we'll fight him tonight? Of course! There's no guarantee that Kuzuki will come to school tomorrow. We won't wait. We'll make him stay at school until tonight, and test if he's a master or not on his way home. Let me ask you to make sure. How are you going to test if he's a master or not? Using force. Just like I did to you. The phrase, just like I did to you, sounds a bit sweet. So as I thought, Tosaka is a bully inside. Maybe I fought her over the playground's peace when we were small. I'm against it. There should be a gentler way to check. We shouldn't have to take such dangerous measures. It's not dangerous. I'm not indiscriminate, you know. I'll just shoot a light gander shot at him. If he's a normal person, he'll just sleep in for a day or two, for 2 days with a cold. He'll just sleep in. You're going to take 2 days away from a man if he is innocent. He'll just sleep in for 2 days with a cold. Oh, that's a problem as well. If Kuzuki is a master, we'll get into a battle right then and there. As we're the ones attacking him, we won't be able to... As we're the ones attacking him, we won't be able to talk to him. I get it. That'll be even more convenient. What part of it do you think is dangerous? I'm the one that doesn't get you. I'm talking about how dangerous it'll be for you. Tosaka must have finally realized as she stops the conversation, but that's only for an instant. I see. That's fine as well. I'll just do it by myself in that case. She easily concludes. Damn. I guess it's meaningless to say anything to her once she's determined to do something. Alright, I'll go along. I don't know what reckless things you might do if I let you be. That's my line. Jeez. It's time to leave. Then we'll meet at 7 at the park below the bridge. We'll probably end up fighting, so you better be prepared. She looks away and walks off. I leave the classroom after her. Then we will attack Castor's master tonight. We still don't know if Kuzuki is a master, but that's pretty much the plan. I report to Saber about today as soon as I get home. Saber must agree with Tosaka, as she is hyped up already. So, we won't be training today. I'll make dinner right away, so let's get ready for tonight. Wait, is it bad to eat before going to battle? Huh? Why are you asking? I believe there will be a problem if we get hungry during battle. Well, I was thinking that it might be too heavy. We don't even have an hour left, so we might be better off eating after we come home. Oh, I do not think that is the case. It is a quality of warriors to quickly digest anything we consume. I do not think food will be bad if one has been training and has led a proper lifestyle. Does that mean I can cook dinner? Yes, I believe we will have more energy that way. I see. I have trained to be able to move right after meals, so I guess there's no problem. But I'll make a light dinner just in case. Then I'll be going to the living room. How about you, Saber? I cannot bother you. I'll stay here and calm my mind. I guess you'll be sitting here, Japanese style in meditation. Alright, I'll come get you once dinner's ready. Alright. Wait, the why because it fades, I'm used to like the text like vanishing and coming up with the new stuff. I leave the dojo. It's dark outside. We're meeting at 7. That must mean we'll be attacking Kuzuki-sensei about an hour after we meet. We'll have to fight if Kuzuki turns out to be a master. Castor is a wary servant. She would never give us another chance at a surprise attack if she found out her master has been attacked. Then we'll have to make sure to beat him if we're going to attack. I can't let my enemy escape, nor can I run away. No matter who it may be, Castor's master has to be defeated to stop Castor, the one attacking all the people in this town. If all goes well, we'll take away his command spell and he won't be a master anymore. But in the worst case, we'll have to try to kill each other. Oh yeah, I have to take a weapon. A weapon at my place. Something I can easily put magical energy into would be a wooden sword. My success rate of strengthening magic has been pretty good recently, so even a wooden sword would become a good weapon. But that's only in the case of a normal battle. I'll need a better weapon if I am to fight against a master or a servant. To be greedy, swords like his. I imagine what I saw in my dreams. Twin swords of black and white. If they are about that long, I should be able to use them. And most of all, I could fight decently if I had those swords. I'd be able to protect myself and not be a burden on Saber, and be proud that I'm Saber's master. Man, it's meaningless to ask for something you don't have, you idiot. My shoulders slump as I head to the porch. I'll just do what I can. For now, I'll concentrate on making dinner. Saber always seems so serious, but it seems Saber is looking forward to the meals. It's been my recent secret joys to make her happy. It's 7 o'clock. Tosaka comes right on time. Sorry to keep you waiting. I took time since I was getting the necessary things. How's your preparation? I show her the wooden sword bag. There's one sword. There's only. Wait, you brought a whole bag, but there's only one sword, you dork? There's one wooden sword in here. This is about all the preparations I can do. Well, I guess it can't be helped. First of all, we have to have Saber for hand. Wait. First of all, we have to have Saber for hand-to-hand combat. It might be that you'll just end up watching. Yeah, I guess I'll just back Saber up since she's here. Well, I can't think of a situation where I'll be helping out Saber. Rin, why is Archer not here? Then Saber asks with a serious expression. Huh? You didn't bring Archer, Tosaka? No, I left him at home. We're doing a surprise attack today, so we won't need him if we have Saber, right? To be honest, I don't want to let him see Castor. Tosaka starts walking. I don't know what she's thinking, but I guess we will be getting Archer's help. Time passes. One has to pass this intersection if one is to go from the school to the Ryodo Temple. It's already been an hour since we got here. A boundary field has been created here. It's over if we're seen, but the soundproofing is perfect. Nobody would notice even if a missile is shot here. According to Tosaka, it's so quiet around us. I guess it's because Tosaka's boundary field is working, but the town is too lifeless. It's already been 7 days since the Holy Grail War started. It seems the town is having its spirit slowly drained without anyone noticing. He's coming! Hide, Emiya! I move to the wall. I can't even hear footsteps. I see a shadow under the streetlight. A tall and lean figure. The familiar figure is definitely that of Kuzuki Suichiro. Kuzuki passes us with his usual ordered steps. He's too defenseless. I'm suddenly attacked by the feeling that Kuzuki-sensei might be innocent. Hey, Tosaka, don't you think Kuzuki-sensei is innocent? Well, we'll find out for sure after we try. It seems Tosaka is in doubt as well. I guess she's still going with the plan as she points her index finger at Kuzuki. Gander. It is a curse to reduce the target's physical ability, considered to be the simplest magic. Tosaka's Gander shot is more like a gunshot, but I'm sure she'll go easy this time. Are you ready, Emiya? She murmurs. I'll still make it. There's a possibility that Kuzuki Suichiro is innocent. Isn't there another way to check if he's a master or not? I mean, as much as I disagree with, taking away 2 days of someone's life if we're wrong, we also kind of gotta check, though. I guess that's the only option. I bite my lips to bear the uneasiness. I'll have to bear it. If Kuzuki-sensei turns out to be innocent, I'll just have to remove the curse on him with all my power. I'm shooting now. She takes a small breath, and right after that, a black bullet is released. She must have made a sound on purpose. It is slow, and the black haze goes for Kuzuki like a pitcher's change-up. What? What's a change-up? A wind of disease that will cause him to be sick in bed for 2 days. But 2 days of inaction is fatal for a master. There has to be some kind of reaction if Kuzuki-sensei is a master. Crap. Tosaka jumps. Kuzuki does not react at all. Tosaka's Gander shot mercilessly hits Suichiro's head. But right before that, it is nullified by a robe that suddenly appears in the sky. Oh. The man that was supposed to get hit by the Gander shot looks at us, as if saying he knew we were there all along. Tosaka! I quickly take the wooden sword out of my bag and put magical energy into it. There's no time to be screwing up the strengthening magic. The robe that appeared in front of Kuzuki now takes form. Female limbs appear from the bluish-purple robe. Teleportation. A complete teleportation is considered to be a sorcery, even in this modern world. Castor has easily performed such a thing to appear in front of us. I have warned you, Suichiro. I told you to stay at the Ryoto Temple because such things can happen. She must think nothing of us as she calmly talks to her master, Kuzuki. That is not true. We did catch a target. Yes, the fish aren't that large, but it makes no difference since this is quite a haul. Come out now, you foolish Magus. I guess running away would be hard now. No, if Castor and her master are here, all we have to do is fight them, even if this is the middle of town. But before that... You're not coming out? That's too bad. I at least wanted to see what you looked like. Damn that fox. She should know who we are already. Tosaka grumbles from her hiding spot. Castor must hear it. I will give you 3 seconds. I will give you 3 seconds. I will do the same attack to you after that. Since she says so and points her hand in our direction. I recall what happened at the Ryoto Temple. She won't hold back. Knowing her, I bet she would destroy this whole area, along with the wall we're hiding behind. Emiya-kun, jump out when I give the signal. Saber, are you ready? I sense her nodding behind me, but... There's something I need to confirm before that. Sorry, do that later, Tosaka. Huh? I don't wait for her reply. I go out into the intersection with my wooden sword. Hey, Shiro! Tosaka must not want to let me go alone, as she comes out as well. Oh, this is unexpected. Do you understand your position more now, boy? Castor watches us with composure. Kuzuki is standing next to her. We're about 10 meters apart. No matter how I think about it, Castor's finger would be much faster than me running into them. But I showed myself in spite of that. I have to do something before I fight. That is... Tosaka and Emiya, huh? So you two are masters as well, like Mato. Fate has an odd way of doing things. To check the true identity of Kuzuki Suichiro, the one Castor is protecting. So, you have something you wanted to... Wait, did I read that right? To check the true identity... Yeah, I did. So, you have something you want to ask me? He said so in his usual manner. I don't feel a presence as a Magus from Kuzuki. No, I don't even feel a desire to win the Holy Grail War. Then, Kuzuki, are you controlled by Castor? It's possible that Kuzuki is controlled by Castor like Archer said. Can't fight against Kuzuki until I get this cleared up. Castor emits an intent to kill. That alone tells me the question is off limits for her. What an annoying boy. I should kill you. Her words are not a threat, but... Hold on, why are you asking that, Emiya? Kuzuki stops her in his usual manner. There should be reasoning behind your question. Tell me. My throat is dry. It must be Castor's intent to kill. The road figure tells me I'll be killed if I say something bad. I bear it, and... I don't know how you became a master, but you're an honest human, right? And you shouldn't be overlooking what Castor's doing. But since it seems you are overlooking it, I thought you just might not know about it. I say so while glaring at Castor. What Castor is doing? Yeah, she's putting up her fort at Ryoto Temple and collecting magical energy from the people in this town. All the coma incidents happening recently are her doing. There will be more victims, I'm sure. Someone will die as long as Castor keeps draining the magical energy. She said everyone in this town is her sacrifice. It won't be long before it's too late. I see. A normal human being would not be able to let her be. So you thought I might be controlled since I am letting her do as she wishes. Yeah, but if you're overlooking her deeds, knowing what she's doing, then you're just a killer. We won't hold back on you, but it's a different story if you're controlled. We'll just defeat Castor. No, this is the first I heard about this. Kuzuki declares so firmly. I don't think it's a lie. Kuzuki Tsuichiro is straightforward like when he's teaching. Whew. I sigh with relief while keeping watch on Castor. Kuzuki-sensei is a victim if he's controlled by Castor. Then all that's left to do is defeat Castor. But Emiya, is Castor's doing so bad? But still, Kuzuki Tsuichiro plainly says so. What? It does not concern me how many strangers die. Besides, Castor has not taken anyone's life. But I must say, you weren't very thorough. Castor, yada yada. You should have drained all of their energy if that is the case. He's not any different than usual. Kuzuki Tsuichiro gives his honest opinion. Kuzuki, are you going to involve innocent people in this? I do not care about anyone. Well, you correctly guessed my nature. I am not a magus. I am just a killer that has rotted away. Kuzuki takes a step back. He watches us from behind Castor. You are right that I am Castor's puppet. I do not care about the Holy Grail War. If Castor and you two are going to kill each other, I will just observe. But I value my own life. I do not care what Castor is scheming. I only kill those that are attacking me. Do as you wish, Castor. You can kill them or not. Castor is standing in front of us with an expression of victory. Jeez, they're both big foxes. Tosaka complains, but she doesn't move. No, she cannot move. In terms of skill as Magi, we have no chance of beating Castor. Masters are Magi, so we cannot match an excellent Magus like Castor. I see. Then you don't mind dying here, Castor's master? Huh? A voice from behind me. Before I can turn around. The servant of the sword, Saber, charges forward. And with that, I'm going to end the episode there. I will see all of you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Alright, we back, and let's just jump into it, man. Saber. Even my voice won't catch up to her. Saber is already armed and charges at Kuzuki like the wind. Stop, Saber. Castor confronts Saber with her casting. She uses 5 verses for her spell. If Saber is a wind for charging 10 meters in a flash, Castor is a lightning for finishing her spell even faster. It's a raging thunder at that. She shoots off 5 bolts of light in under a second, and the bolts pierce Saber like fatal thorns. Oh. Magic resistance. No, I don't know a knight that can defend against my magic. Castor screams. Even Archer had to evade Castor's spells, but Saber is just nullifying it by glaring at it. Saber's not looking at Castor. Her target, the one she has to slash is Castor's master, Kuzuki Tsuichiro. Saber slashes at Kuzuki without hesitation. Tsuichiro. The intersection becomes silent again. Saber stops after slashing her sword. Everyone here thinks that the battle is over due to the incredible speed. Yes, everyone except Kuzuki Tsuichiro, who's standing there calmly. Oh? An interlude at a time like this? Charge, stop, slash. Having repelled all of Castor's spells, Saber settled the match without giving anybody a chance to stop her. The charging speed, her footwork, and her attack were perfect. Her invisible sword slashed the enemy master. Surprise attacked at the perfect moment. Saber's powerful slash splits Kuzuki Tsuichiro in 2. No. It should have split him in 2. What? Bewilderment causes her to gasp. What is going on? Saber is still in the posture of having swung the sword. Saber, still in the posture of having swung the sword, stares at the enemy in front of her with blank amazement. No way. Even Saber does not understand what's going on. Perfect strike that was slashed horizontally. The attack is stopped. The sword is stopped before slashing the enemy's body, being caught between something. Leg and arm? Can such a miracle occur? Her sword is stopped between her enemy. Her sword has been stopped by her enemy Kuzuki Tsuichiro. Knee and elbow. Her sword has been stopped, caught between his elbow and knee. Saber does not know, of course, that there is a technique to stop an enemy's blade with bare hands, that there are experts today who actually use it. But still, she would not have stood there in astonishment if this were a normal fight. But this is a battle of a servant, and the enemy is a mere human. For him to stop an invisible sword with his bare body, he must be insane. You underestimated me, Saber. His voice is deep, as if coming from the ground. Saber's body moves. She tries to pull back her sword with all her might. At that instant, an unknown impact strikes her head from the back. She does not understand at all. It is her first time fighting a man that can stop a sword with bare-handed. Then could this be an attack with his bare hand? She was punched? The back of her head was hit with such close range. She evades it, still not knowing what it is. Something goes past her temple. Saber understands it as a fist, strengthened by some magic, and she jumps. And she has a long weapon. She is at a disadvantage at close range against an unarmed opponent. Saber retreats to short range, and the range where she can make use of her sword. Of course, she keeps facing her enemy while she does so. She is moving to get out of range, advantageous to her enemy. It is an establishment. It is an established rule to pursue a retreating enemy. Sorry, I got momentarily distracted by a text. But the enemy does not pursue her. Caster's Master, the man who will be defeated if he stays there, does not move, and he pierces through her solar plexus. She breathes out. She only feels the impact. The attack is stopped by her armor, and the impact comes to her. The impacts continue. The things aimed accurately at her vital points are human fists. She does not even have time to gasp. By the time she realizes that his mountain-like fingers are the cause of the impacts, the match has already been decided. The fists shower down on her. The man's fists are fired in rapid succession with heaviness and intensity as if they are made of iron. How should it be expressed? His arms are flexible like a whip, but they move in right angles. If his arms are shot out like a flash, his forearms that move from there are like the technique of a fierce god. The almost invisible attacks are all attacking her in weak spots. He allows no counterattack. Even her arms are targeted, and the pain reaches her core even through her armor. The attacks all come from the outside to the inside. The swinging arms change direction, using the elbow as a fulcrum, and they beat Saber from impossible directions. They are sharp and dull. It is not an instant kill, but they contain poison that will lead to death. It is all that is contained in these attacks. That is all that is contained in these attacks. Even though the fists cannot be avoided, they aren't that heavy. But the pain numbs her mind every time she receives a blow. Taking that small opening, the fist goes for the back of her head like death's scythe. She avoids it instinctively. Attacks going for her arms and body are fine, but the back of the head would prove fatal for her. Therefore, Saber concentrates on that one attack, a monster that can stop a sword with his bare hands. Facing these strange attacks that she's experiencing for the first time, the only thing she trusts are her own instincts. You are dodging well, and you are still confused too. The enemy's arms stop moving. The stance is like his arms. His stance is like his arms. Steady. That was just a weird sentence. Steady like a rock. I see. It is not your eyes that are exceptional, but your intuitions. I see. It is not your eyes that are exceptional, but your intuitions. The man moves. What is different about the attack? Saber, who was avoiding all the fatal blows, could not dodge his attack. Her mind fades. The impact landing on the back of her head shakes her brain. But she still manages to raise her hands. The man's attacks cannot penetrate through her armor. Then the man will go for her bared head. She raises her arms to protect her face. The impact comes through the arms. It is like a snake crawling through a thick forest. The enemy's fists easily make their way through. Her mind fades away. The body of the snakes, his left elbow smashes into her collarbone. Saber avoids it by retreating a bit and grips her sword. The course of the fist comes after that. She readies herself with a blow that'll go for the back of her head from the left side. She cannot make light of him anymore. If the enemy is to take her consciousness, she will let him. But she will cut down his arms as compensation. She opens her eyes wide and... she is astonished at the change. With the elbow as the fulcrum, and the blow comes straight from above. With the elbow as the fulcrum, the blow comes straight down from above. The circular orbit of his attacks changed to a straight line. She instantly moves her neck to avoid the blow going for her head. The impact lands on her shoulder. She glares at her enemy with her left shoulder destroyed, and her spine freezes up the instant she does. The man moves back half of his body. His right hand that has not been used yet. The hand that has been placed at the hand that has been placed at the height of her throat is released like a cannon. Unlike the previous attacks that followed a line, this attack is executed as a point. A thrusting fist aimed at the person in front of him. With his force and precise accuracy, he should be able to pierce through her. With his charged attack, it should be easy to pierce Saber's throat, break her bone, and smash her head to pieces. But it misses. A surprise attack is useless on her, as she has instincts bordering on precognition. The snake-like fist grazes past her neck. Seeing that, she tries to step in to attack, but at that moment... BAM! An unbelievable sound comes from right beside her neck. Ugh. Saber? A snake's fang pierces her. The instant it is dodged, the attack that passed her uses its fingers to dig into her neck with a sound. Ugh. Anchor. The shock passes through her shoulders. The shock passes through her as a shudder. Yes, a hand is originally something used to grab, not punch. It must be supported by caster's magic, as the enemy's fingers easily squeeze out. Wait. It must be supported by caster's magic, as the enemy's fingers easily squeeze off her neck. Saber's sword is raised. Her sword moves to cut off the enemy's arm before her neck is crushed. But she is unable to finish her attack. Before the sword is swung, her body itself is swung like a sword. She feels her body fly through the air, an overswing like a pitcher. The man holds onto Saber's neck and he throws her with one arm. A fastball with a human as the ball. There's no way she can land safely from it. Her neck is scraped off and she is smashed into a concrete wall at the speed of 200 kilometers per hour. Her body is forced to stop its action. Interlude out. Well, that was a fun little romp through Saber's perspective. She had a great time. Everyone watches in astonishment. Not just me and Tosaka. Even Castro should be overwhelmed with victory, watches her master in astonishment. Saber's quick charge to Kuzuki's counterattacks. From the nightmare-like neck grab to the perfect throw that fascinated even us. Saber doesn't move. She was thrown by her neck and smashed back first into the wall. The wound on her neck should be fatal. Even worse, she hit the wall with such speed. I don't think it killed her, but I'm sure she won't be able to move. At the very least, Saber will stay on the ground until the wounds on her neck and body heal. No way, I murmur without realizing. Even though his fists are strengthened using Caster's magic, Kuzuki is only human. Who could possibly think that he would be able to overwhelm a servant in hand-to-hand combat? It is fine to assume that the master's role is to support the battle from the back. The lean figure turns. But there are always exceptions. There are masters who can only fight head-on. He just proved that to us. So, their roles as the one to fight and the one to support are reversed. That was a terrible reading. Hang on, let me do that again. Their roles as the one to fight and the one to support are reversed. What are you doing, Caster? I told you earlier. If you are to support me, you are to eliminate the enemy's projectile weapons. The enemy, Kuzuki stares at Tosaka. A threat to him would not be Saber, but Tosaka, who's able to attack from a distance. That's why he won't attack us. He fully knows that letting a Magus fight a Magus would be the most sure way to a kill. What's wrong, Caster? I told you they can do as you wish. No, I will take care of Saber. Suichiro, please take care of the masters. Kuzuki silently nods and walks towards us. Caster faces Saber behind him. Fine. Saber's taken aback, but I already know his attacks. We just have to beat him before he gets close to us. Tosaka slowly retreats while glaring at Kuzuki. A battle between a Magus and a fighter is a fight for a distance. Even though Kuzuki has monstrous fighting techniques, he has no magic resistance. Therefore, we can win if we cast something. We win if we manage to cast a spell before he reaches us. Kuzuki faces Tosaka and does not move. Caster is walking towards the wall where Saber is smashed. That action is a mistake. That's an opening I can take advantage of, so now... Oh! No, don't do this to me! I don't know! Because... what do we do? How did this go in the anime? I don't remember. Like, I have vague recollections, but it didn't go exactly like this. So, she's going over to finish off Saber, who can't fight back because she's down. But Rin already has distance, and Suichiro Kuzuki isn't moving. So Saber could... I mean, Tosaka could back off and, cast a spell. And maybe if we go to attack okay, here's my train of thought. If we go to protect Saber, Kuzuki might intercept us. That's my thought. So we're kind of doing both. I'll protect Saber. Even though she might not be able to defeat him, Tosaka should have the advantage if she concentrates on running away. Oh, there's about 5 meters between us. If Kuzuki takes another step, Tosaka should react instantly to avoid Kuzuki's attack. But Saber's different. Her neck is half cut off, and she was smashed back first into a wall. Saber is in a terrible situation right now. Even if she may be invincible against Magi, Caster could easily defeat her in that state. I'm counting on you, Tosaka! I ready my wooden sword and charge at Kuzuki. My objective is to reach Saber, who's about to be attacked by Caster. I swing my wooden sword at Kuzuki as I pass him. I'm sure he'll avoid it, but Tosaka should take advantage of that opening I create. I swing my sword. It doesn't even do anything. The wooden sword is easily destroyed. He blows off my left foot with the returning blow and... he rushes in at Tosaka in an instant. Time stops. Tosaka's astonished, but she instantly points her hand at Kuzuki. But the right hand that almost pierced Saber's neck is thrust at her chest. Tosaka's breath is stopped at the impact. Then, a hammer-like fist strikes her head mercilessly. Tosaka? I take in my feet, seeing her miserable figure. Her head is missing. Anything above her neck doesn't exist anymore. You made a wrong decision like Caster did, Emiya. I can't raise my head. I can't look at Kuzuki. I am just like a student who's unable to answer his question in a classroom. I stand on one foot like a scarecrow. This is the second human being I have killed. A footstep. A killer called Kuzuki Suichiro slowly makes his way towards me, but I still do not feel anything. Smack. With a ridiculous sound, a hole is created in my chest. Okay. Alright, dead end. Yeah, I died, it's okay. I'll take your advice, even though it's... I don't think their advice has ever been helpful. It's just kind of neat. Hi, is everyone doing well? This is the place that saves Shiro, who has died by letting his guard down for just a moment. The Tiger Dojo Session 19... There could have been... Oh, is it counting from the Fate Route too? We have a special guest this time, Flying Head Tribe Rin. Oh. We have a special... Wait. How do you feel, Rin? Kill Shiro. She's wonderful. I understand how you feel, but please restrain yourself. Shiro's action of putting priority on Saber over Rin was professional negligence, resulting in death. But it can't be helped. It just means Saber had more charm as a woman than Rin. That's why you weren't protected when it counted. Well, it just wasn't your day today. Try to act cute next time so it won't end up like this. But Shiro should contemplate his actions as well. In that situation, you should place priority on Tosaka over Saber. I know it's hard to abandon Saber, but you should protect Tosaka instead, even if it's just Tosaka. The head is moving! Rin, where are you going, if I may ask? Just going to kill Shiro. Run! Please run! She sure is wonderful. Yeah, again, that didn't help a whole lot. Anyways, I guess we'll end the episode there, and we'll start back at that decision in the next one. So until then, bye-bye. Okay, we're back with some more of this. It's just been a hot second for me. TLDR version. My dog got uber sick. She's always had like Addison's disease and that kind of stuff, and it just got a little bit worse because our vet. I'm just gonna say my vet is so bad that there are talks about suing them for their negligence and inability to take care of the dog, and blatantly lying to us about it. So that's fun. I might go into more detail about this in like a different video, but Fate just isn't the place for that. Fate is the place where it's like, you come to listen to me read the story. And then after my dog got, so I'm just going to finish this really quickly, and then we can just jump right into the episode. And then after my dog was like in a stable, so she moved back in with my family, just because so she could have more eyes on her, that sort of thing. And I stayed there because I can work from home, because she needed like constant attention for like a full month, basically. And then after that, for the next month, I just really wasn't able to move back out. For like stuff like, oh, the day we planned to, it was like a blizzard and my car can't handle that, and I don't want to put anyone at risk, and all my stuff that we'd have to put in the back of my dad's truck would just get like destroyed, basically. So that happened. Then I also went down to a different state to help my friends move, that kind of stuff. And then I also had to take care of my mom because she also got super duper sick. She got COVID for over a week, so I had to take care of her. But now I'm back, and couldn't record there just because the only things I would record there were like the gotcha videos, like Fate Grand Order, I think just Pokemon Masters. I think I only recorded those two there. I'm pretty sure, like 99% sure, because the audio was a little too echoey. So I was like, that doesn't sound great. So I'm just gonna wait till I get home to record Fate, and then it took an extra month longer than I wanted to. Like, dude, my views and watch time has plummeted because I haven't not only been not uploading Fate, but I've also just stopped uploading videos just because I ran out of things. I had enough things. Like, my plan was to move back here the first week of January, and I had enough to cover me for all of December, of the first week of January in terms of Fate, and then the rest of January in terms of other content. And then, that well just dried up really quick. So now I'm back to not having a whole lot of stuff to do, or not a whole lot to upload. So I need to get back into recording. Anyways, that action is a mistake. That's an opening I can take advantage of. So now, oh shoot. Oh, shoot, I forgot that this is where we left it. It's been so long, I haven't even put a modicum of thought into this. Gut, protect Tosaka, because I'm pretty sure he's going to go after Tosaka, right? I'll protect Tosaka. Saber isn't dead yet. Even though Kuzuki was an unexpected monster, Saber hasn't lost yet. And besides, Caster shouldn't be able to finish Saber off. I put strength into my grip. I glare at Kuzuki so as not to miss even his blinking. The instant he faces Tosaka, I slide myself in between them. Knowing Tosaka, I'll bet she'll jump instantly to the side to shoot Kuzuki. Okay, I'm going to turn up my own audio. Ever so slightly, there we go. There's no time to do so. It happens in an instant. The instant I think Kuzuki's body wavered, he is in front of Tosaka. She's astonished, but Tosaka instantly points her hand at Kuzuki, but the right hand that almost pierced Saber's neck strikes Tosaka hard in her chest. Time stops for Tosaka. She's hit right in the center of her body and has her breath stopped. That's it. As she cannot breathe, she cannot cast her spells, and most of her ability as a Magus cut off. She managed to instantly jump back, so the attack only stopped her breath. But the next attack, even though she jumped back, it's only about a meter or so. Such a distance. It's not even considered a retreat against Kuzuki. I move in between them. Using my wooden sword as a shield, I face Kuzuki who's about to attack Tosaka. He thrusts his fist. What? I can't even see it. How did Saber avoid such a... I desperately protect my left side. I hear a heavy sound, and the sound of my wooden sword breaking. I see Kuzuki getting ready for the next attack. I'll die. I feel it instinctively. My strengthened wooden sword was like metal. If he can destroy it in one blow, he can destroy any part of my body. I can't stop him. Tosaka is coughing painfully behind me. I can't see his attacks, and my only weapon was destroyed. His fist accurately goes for my temple. Miyashiro will die from that hammer-like attack. Having my head smashed off, I would probably splatter a rain of blood and brains. I'll die if I don't stop it. A weapon. I can't match him. I'll need a strong weapon to make up for the vast difference in our powers. It closes in on my brain. I imagine myself dying. No, if that happens, I'll die if I can't stop it. A weapon. I need a weapon. A weapon that can destroy. Not a quickly furnished weapon like a wooden sword, but a proven, strong weapon. The finest quality at that. A weapon undeserved by me. Yes, the weapon he carries would probably be... Trace on. Then I'll make it. I'll make it even if it's impossible. I'll make it no matter what the consequences may be. I make myself believe that strengthening and reproduction, things that already exist and things that do not already exist, are similar. That's right. There's no time to think. Fake it no matter what. It does not matter if something gets destroyed in the process. I don't care, even if it's just a fake. Hurry, forget everything. Don't I know that I'm the only one who will be killed? If I can't stop it. I'm not the only one who will be killed. If I can't stop it, Tosaka will. Huh? No way. That spectacle. Tosaka speaks out for me. Oh, are we gonna get a CG of it, though? A deep voice. Is that Kuzuki's voice? Something might have happened to my ears as I can't hear properly. No, not only my ears, but the sense of my limbs are too weak. Only my right eye is functioning. Oh, that's concerning. I watch the approaching fist. I observe as someone else's actions block the attack. My arms are about to rip off. Even though I have no feeling, I hear my nerves tearing off. In my hands are his twin swords. Yang sword, Kansho, and Nin sword, Bakia. The name of the swords. Even though they're haphazardly reproduced, the swords still present their existence to the wielder. But I'm sorry. I can't project you guys perfectly with my skills. We spring apart. The twin swords that parried 30 attacks break as if saying they cannot take anymore. It's not because they lost against Kuzuki's fist. The swords disappeared because I couldn't maintain their image. The twin swords must have been unexpected, as Kuzuki shows hesitation for the first time. Then, a strong wind is created in the intersection. Saber! I look toward the wall. Saber must have healed as she is standing up. Castra's backing away from her. Yes, that's why it was a mistake. Even though she was defeated, Saber still had her powers, so there's no way Saber, who has powerful magic resistance, could be cornered by Castor. It is Kuzuki's role to finish Saber off. But Castor made a mistake. She must have been planning something, but that extra thinking caused her to lose out on her perfect chance. Kuzuki retreats. He stands to protect Castor, and... This is it, we'll retreat, Castor. He makes a precise decision. Master, no! Saber is hurt. You should be able to defeat her again. She is not someone who would fall for it twice. It is I who underestimated her. I should have attacked her one more time. Kuzuki is right. Saber was cornered because Kuzuki's techniques were too odd. But that's only up to now. I can't cope with it no matter how many times I receive them, but Saber's already used to the attacks. The main point of a tactic is not to have a concrete shape. Even though they are strong, Kuzuki's attacks are too odd, so they are easily seen through. Shouldn't being too odd make them harder to see through? I feel like that makes more sense. Therefore, they must be fatal in the first strike. That is the difference between a technique that is trained to an art and an action that is trained to the utmost limits. I understand, Suichiro. Yes, a servant should obey its master. Who was that directed at? Castor's robe flutters as she finishes. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick drink of water because I just woke up and I'm not used to this and my mouth is dry. This water bottle is not wanting to open. Good, juicy water. There's nothing after that. The bluish-purple robe circles Kuzuki, and as if through sorcery, they disappear without a trace. Crap. Now there's no way Kuzuki will come out from the Ryoto Temple. After Kazker, after Castor and Kuzuki disappear, without caring for her wounded chest, Tosaka grits her teeth in regret. I understand how Tosaka feels. Since we attacked them, Kuzuki will now stay in the Ryoto Temple. I had an itchy nose. So we'll have to go attack their territory if we are to defeat Castor. But the Ryoto Temple has a gate watcher called Assassin, and Kuzuki and Castor aren't easy enemies either. We'll lose if we just attack recklessly. We have to go to the Ryoto Temple if we want to defeat Castor. Rin, I will warn you that the temple is a treacherous place for us servants. There's not much chance of winning, even if we get Archer and try to force our way through. I know how strange that mountain is. I won't follow them out of vexation, nor will I drag your master into going there. Then you will give up on defeating Castor? Are you kidding me? I don't like getting beaten, and more than that, I can't let Castor be. I think your master has the same opinion on that. She asks me by looking at me. Saber must have followed Tosaka's example, since she looks as if she's asking me whether that is the case. Of course, we can't leave those two be. Castor won't stop collecting magical energy, and her master Kuzuki said he won't stop her. Then we'll just have to defeat them. It seems Assassin is at the Ryoto Temple, but everything will be over if we defeat Castor's master Kuzuki. Yeah, I don't think Kuzuki-sensei will easily let us take his command spell, but we should be able to do something if we capture him. I guess we'll have to stick to planning for now. Then, I don't know why, but Tosaka suddenly... By the way, what was that, Emiya? Wasn't strengthening the only magic you could use? She asked me with a serious expression. Does she mean reproducing Archer's swords? Well, I'm still surprised myself, but I don't think she should glare at me for it. Answer me. You told me before that strengthening magic is all the magic you can use, right? Well, that's right. Projection is the first magic I was able to use, but I was taught to use strengthening magic because projection is inefficient. Oh, didn't I tell you about this? No, I'm mad that I haven't heard of it. I could have sworn he told her about it, or was that in the Fate route? I don't remember. No, I'm mad that I haven't heard about it. She glares at me. I don't know why, but Tosaka is really pissed. And let me ask you, this isn't your first time using the projection magic. Oh, I guess not. I do it quite often to get myself together after I fail the strengthening magic. But it's not like I can project something useful like I did just now. I can get them looking the same on the outside, but they were all empty on the inside. Empty inside? What do you mean? You mean you can only reproduce the appearance? No, I'm thinking about what's inside as well, but I can never manage to do it. That's why I'm surprised right now. He was like, no, I can just never do the inside. What does that mean? Like, they're empty, or they're hollow, or you only make the appearance? No. They're just empty. Thanks, Shiro. That's why I'm surprised right now. What I imagine isn't close to the real thing, but the swords just now are pretty close. I see. Then it does mean you acquire projection before strengthening. It's more like that was the only thing I could do. My father told me it was useless and that I should use strengthening instead. Yeah, I would have told you the same thing as well. But that's strange. You reproduced Archer's swords for such a long time, but you still can't project normal things. Maybe you have a limited attribute? There are Magi who aren't versatile, but very powerful in one matter. Tosaka starts thinking by herself. She does not even look at me. Let's go home for today. It seems Saber used magical energy to heal herself, so we have to let her rest. And she goes home like that. There's no one at the house. The hallway's dead silent. My ears still might be screwed up, as I can't even hear my own footsteps. The numbness in my limbs won't go away, and I don't feel like I'm stepping on the ground. Surprised that I can still walk in this condition, I go with Saber to my room. Let's not train today. You must be tired, right? You were pretty badly wounded, too. I talk to Saber once we get to my room. No, I do not have a problem. I use magical energy to heal myself, but I'm still able to replenish that magical energy. More than that, Shiro, is there anything wrong with your body? No, I'm fine. My limbs are still heavy, but this is like muscular pain, so I'll bet it'll be gone by tomorrow. Alright, but please tell me if your body is hurting. Yeah, you can wake me up too if anything happens. If you get hungry at night, I'll make you something. I can't provide magical energy for her. Oh, so all I can do is make some food and cheer her up. Shiro, please do not push yourself. I forgot that because of Shiro still being a little bit of a weenie, they don't sleep in the same room, even though it's better for them. Saber goes to the next room. Yeah, I guess I'll go to bed. I set my futon down and lay on it. My limbs are a bit numb. It might be the effect of magic I'm not used to doing, as I feel like I'll pass out if I let my guard down. What's going on? I guess I'm tired. The ringing in my ears annoys me, but I can still get a good night's sleep. Alright, and we're going to end it there. Yeah, because I had to take a much longer break than I expected. We're back to like 15-minute episodes, so that's that's what we're gonna be doing for the next little while, kids, while I try and get caught back up and get ahead and all that fun stuff. So yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.